Happy volunteer for the work. Unless you're. She's doing just fine. We're gonna have to always do the break, but he's not coming. Whoever you want for MSS. Yes. No, I heard that you said you wanted to. Well, that means that so it's possible. We're going on 9 o'clock or this clock? That clock. We got just trying to.
Date and time.
Well, all that. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about being reminded of. Yeah.
We've all got.
Okay, hit it.
Is it already on?
You're ready.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna start this thing. We've only got 88 more of these to go, so it should be started on time. 7 o'clock, January the 7th, 2026, Ephraim City Council. I guess the first thing is to do is to call the roll.
Councilmember Birch,
Here.
Councilmember Norfelt,
Here.
Mayor Larson,
I'm here.
Councilmember Deline,
Here.
Councilmember Beal,
Yes.
and Councilmember Stick.
Present. Excellent. Next is to have the prayer, and I think Anthony Beal is gonna give us a prayer.
Our Father in heaven, we're grateful to be gathered together as city council and residents of Ephraim, grateful for the new elected officials and for the support of residents who are here and who are listening. We're so thankful for this opportunity we have to live in this great community. We pray that we might have thy spirit with us as we discuss important matters, and that we might do so in a good spirit, and that we can anticipate issues and challenges well and discuss in a productive way, that we can collaborate and share openly, but also make the progress that's needed. We're so grateful, Father, for all that we've been blessed with, and we ask and pray for these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. We'll do a pledge of allegiance led by Katie Wick.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent. Well, glad that we have one. We have 14 people here, so that's a good turnout for city council from what I've seen. So I'm grateful for that. We are also grateful for all of our constituents that voted us into this spot, I suppose. So thanks for that. Next thing in mind is public comment. Does it matter which one goes first?
No, if they will just state their name.
If you come up, we have two. We have Martin Hyatt and Ned Armstrong. When you come up, state your name, and you have 3 minutes.
All right, Martin didn't make it. I guess he's running late. So I'm gonna hand these out.
Thank you.
And you may have heard of the Spirit of Freedom pageant that we've been working on in Manti. Anyone heard about this? We created a new Manti pageant that's about religious liberty. It tells the story of Reverend John Lothrop, who a lot of people here are related to. He's an ancestor of Joseph Smith, and he fought for religious liberty in England. He was imprisoned for his faith, eventually was exiled to America, where he laid the foundation for religious liberty here. wanted to talk to Ephraim City about this because if we believe this will succeed, we believe this will actually have a really big success. We're doing it in the fairgrounds, just 300 yards from the Manti Temple where it used to be. And the story's powerful, all the music's done, the script is completed. Martin was gonna bring the script, but he's a little late. But it's ready to roll. It's just pulling in volunteers. But we actually aren't worried about it not succeeding. We're a little bit worried about it over succeeding because of the success of the Mormon Miracle Pageant for 52 years. So this will bring, we suspect, a tax spike to Ephraim City because hotels and restaurants, it may not be that big the first year, but we expect it to grow. So we do expect that the city that will get hardest with the tourism would be here. We'd like you to know about it, first of all, just to be aware. And second of all, it wouldn't be terrible if you saw it as an investment and we're willing to make a contribution to the Spirit of Freedom Pageant. So we're just doing this to benefit Sanpete County and to benefit all of Utah. And all the businesses on the Highway 89 corridor should see a spike. And if you want this to succeed, if you want to see this succeed, then we could use your help. And I think that's about all we got.
When is it?
What?
When is it?
The plan is for it to be June, the end of June. We have the fairgrounds reserved for the last week. Well, we have it reserved for 2 weeks, but how many nights we're going to do it is determined by, we'll do pre-ticket sales. So, yeah, and we're doing a demonstration of one of the scenes in February in Manti. So just to try to get people interested and involved. We'll be passing out these flyers a lot more. I don't know if you've seen, we've had the pageant, we've been covered on Fox 13 News, on KUER News Radio, and we've been on YouTube with different YouTube channels. And there's a buzz around Utah about this. We have our composers from Australia, but he's living in Provo, and the guy who did the score for the whole thing, and well, he's at BYU, and he talks to people and he'll say, oh, I'm working on this project. And they'll say, I heard about that. My mom told me about that. So I don't think it's failure that we're worried about at this point, it's success, which means we got to put on a spectacular show. So
Tell me your name again.
Ned Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, Ned. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. I
No,
thought
that's
you looked
right.
familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of us bald guys around, but yeah.
No,
Dr.
I
Armstrong,
imagine, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I don't know. You have any questions? Thanks.
All right, thank you.
The other one is Glade Nielsen. Oh, there you are.
Thank you. Clay Nielsen, Sunrise Engineering. Happy to be here. Mayor, council, staff members, appreciate what you're doing and what you're about to do and what lies ahead of you. I have great respect for those willing to serve. Feel like I'm a native. I married a Sanpete girl from Sterling. I got my best education here in this town, and well, I'm thankful. So business, Sunrise Engineering has an office in Nephi, and I happen to live in Nephi, so that works out well. And close at hand, we've been able to now undertake a project, waterline project, Free from City, and been working closely with Brian and Jeff on that. And I think it's going well, ahead of schedule, probably, of course, because of the weather. But anyway, we're kind of all over the West, got 22 offices in Utah and the surrounding states, got a good deep bench, a lot of depth and width and an ability to serve, and that's what we want to do. So, questions?
Where were you mayor?
Nephi.
Nephi, all right.
Yes, sir.
That's a tough place to be a mayor.
It was a battle every hour
There's some independent souls
of
in
the day. Yeah, but it got a lot done against quite a bit of opposition, but it was an honor and no regrets. And again, I have to salute all of you. So any other questions? And I took the liberty to put a card there. Got this cool roll that's all about relationships. Regional client advocate, which I love. And it's hopefully it's working out well as far as at this point, Katie and Brian are concerned, and we'll look for it to keep being successful. So questions? And feel free to fire them at will later to, there's my contact information, cell number and email. So keep up the great work. Like I said, I care about this area, the people here. And so, all right. Time's up. I like the timer too. That's cool.
Basically.
Cool, done with that? This is Ricky of this, so. I'm putting it onward, I guess we're on to consent items. Consent item A is the ratification of the warrant register from November 27th to December 26th, 2025.
And we can either do both if you want, Chris.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And B, approval of December 3rd, 2025 city council meeting minutes.
I move that, are you looking for a motion?
I'm sorry, Mayor. Any comments, questions, concerns, complaints, issues? Now I am looking for a motion, unless you have some.
We can do this together.
Go ahead. I'll follow your lead on this one. So,
I move that we approve the consent items.
Second.
All right, we'll move on from consent items. I have to take a vote? So we already seconded it.
Take a vote.
All right, take a vote. All in favor? Say
Yes.
aye, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All in-
Any opposed? Any opposed?
Well, they all said yes.
So
Just saying.
You don't have to say negative, they'll say, all right, got it. All right, number 2, study agenda. Number 8.
Mike is just sitting and so I'm just gonna come out.
Got to set your timer.
No, I
No
don't.
time early this week.
All right, just checking.
Time stuff.
All right, okay. So we are talking about the vehicle policy. That is going to be on page 7. Now, so the item in red is what is being added. Nothing is being taken away. And what we're doing is we are just codifying what we are currently doing. So just in case people see city trucks outside the city limits, I want them to know it's okay if they're on city business. So we're just codifying that this is what we do. All right, so incidental use while traveling to and from work is permissible. Vehicles may be garaged overnight at the employee's residence. The vehicle must remain in the city during work hours and may not leave the city during lunches or breaks unless authorized in writing by the department head. One thing I will mention that we need to add to this is this does not apply to public safety. So this is just for public works, power, and administration. And you too.
You're trying to make it for city vehicles that are being used for city business.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm just curious, as I look at this and it's saying that they must remain in the city, but does that include if we have to leave the city limits to work on a power line or something?
That
like
is
We're-
absolutely fine. Yeah, and that is authorized by the city. But what we don't want to have happen is somebody jumping in the truck and driving over to Manti to grab lunch. You know what I'm saying? Because it's costing us money. Right? So we want to keep our city vehicles in the city during work hours. Sometimes people live just outside the city and that is okay if they're on call, right? So so we're just codifying what is currently happening. any suggestions to this? So this is, a study session, so if there's ideas that you have on this or clarifications that you would like to see, now's the time that you can weigh in.
About garaging them overnight. Are we gonna stress that? I mean,
No.
okay. Because I know some of the employees who tend to be on call or, 24-hour,
Mhm.
probably don't have a garage.
Correct, yeah.
So, but again, it's not that far to the city shed where they could be garaged in our new building.
Mhm.
So
And I think
I would
things may
emphasize
change,
that as
Yeah.
well.
things may change as we get,
Because if tools and everything else are frozen, snow covered, what good are they in an emergency, right? I mean, that's why we cover our ambulance and that's why we cover our fire department. So I think that needs to be stressed as well.
yes, very good. All right, so when we do study session, you don't need to move anything. Usually, if you could say something like, do you have the direction you need? Then I will know this is good with the council and we'll bring it back officially, the next council meeting
To be voted on.
to be voted on. So,
So the change, talking about the public safety stuff, you'll add that on.
yes, good point. Mhm.
Okay, cool.
I read this a couple of days ago and I think it's reasonable. I didn't have any concerns.
Okay. All right,
I like Lauren's comments, the current movement.
I just assumed garage meant at their house.
yes.
It's not necessarily in the garage, but at their house or place of residence. Okay,
But if they had a garage, they could park it there.
because some of them park on the street, so I'm saying that's what.
That's right. This just authorizes them to park in a garage if they should have one.
Is there equipment in, I mean, I know I can see it in the yard. Is there equipment that's in these vehicles that need to be secured somehow? Is there a concern about that?
Can I call an expert up?
Yeah.
Jeff?
You love exercise.
Yeah, yes.
Expert, probably.
Yeah. So Jeff, in the trucks and stuff that they take home, are there any tools or things that could be possibly vandalized or stolen at the vehicles or?
Possibly, mainly just shovels and rigs and stuff. All the tools, pipe wrenches usually in toolboxes, which are locked, should be locked. You're not on city premises, so. And the vehicle should be locked. We haven't had any incidences, not to say that there won't be, but yeah, knock on wood. I guess it's a primal opportunity. If somebody wants a shovel bad enough, they can take it, so.
Essentially, we're not changing anything that's already
Right.
got done. All we're saying is, don't just use your city vehicle for city business and not for personal business.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
Wise in securing whatever it is that you have.
All right, thanks.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Okay, great. And I'll be staying up here for the next item too.
All right, so that would be study agenda number B. From City Ordinance 26-01 cemetery revisions. Also Katie Whittle.
Also me. All right, so those of you who are continuing on council, you have seen this already. But it seems like since we have a couple of new faces, we should probably go over it again before we officially vote on it. So when you're looking at the right up here, anything in red is with a line through it, we're taking out. All right, so if you look on page 2, it says permitted plant stands with permitted out because it's unnecessary. Okay, and then we're looking at page 3, and we're taking out quite a bit of stuff there. I don't know if many people noticed, so last Memorial Day, we had a miscommunication about when things were going to be cleaned up. And that made us say, we probably should change how we do business and not say a date and put a sticker out there. And just say, we clean up the Monday after Memorial Day. So Memorial Day is on the 25th this year. We will be doing the cleanup, I believe it's June 1st. So so everybody knows, if you have special items that you have put on graves for Memorial Day, they need to be taken down before June 1st. So we're trying to make sure, we're also adding in that the city recorder or their designee can do several things. So you see, just clarifying about the cleanup on pages 3 and 4. And there's some just incidental word changes on 5, page 6. Just changing some verbiage there. Then looking at page 7, we want to be clear that there will be no planting of shrubberies or trees or flowers. And if you put a plant in a pot out there, we're not watering it. So you'll have to go out there and water it. One thing I did notice as I was going through this, number 4 on page 7 is duplicated on page 4, top of page 4, number 3. We probably only need that one time. And it seems to fit best on page 4. Is it okay if we remove the number 4 on page 7?
Is
Okay.
that a typo there? Sorry, but remember those interned or is it interred?
What? Direct me to the page.
Right there on the screen.
Okay.
It's on both of those.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Interned, yes, interred. Good catch. So we'll fix that typo. Thank you.
But I really understand about
Okay.
picking off the.
Okay, that will be changed. Okay. Any other questions?
Can I just clarify a couple things?
Please.
So on page 6, the reason why they're crossing out the things that they have there and just putting posted as an A-class notice is because over time, the way that things are notified changes. Whereas before we were stating the ways we were doing it, this way we'll just follow the law and policy of it, and whatever is required is what we'll follow. And that's why that'll allow us to be able to be flexible as we move forward in time on what way we have to communicate this to the public. And the other thing that you're just aware of is the one on page 3, E3, that is just going to follow the practice that we are currently doing. We're not doing it monthly. They were just doing it once every 6 months, which is what is required. And so we're just making the statement and we're just following the policy as is. That's the reason for those 2 changes.
And so Councilmember Birch is on the cemetery board. So this is why it's so useful having somebody who goes to those meetings. So thank you for that clarification. Right. Any other suggestions or concerns? Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
All right, number 3, action agenda, wrap tax, fund allocation. Mr. Howe.
Put on yourselves that.
Hello, brothers. Okay, yeah, so for rep tax, we meet biannually. We meet in June, we meet in December, we met this last December. And the rep tax committee has approved these allocations to go towards these applications. And I just bring them to you guys for approval.
Comments, concerns, problems, complaints, issues?
Is that the park, the Ephraim City Recreation for the park? Does that give us what we need to replace, or are we still gonna is it gonna be longer than this year? Do we need to get other funds?
Are you looking on the paper that where it says, family park or?
Family park.
Okay, yeah, that was a little, typo. When I applied for it actually goes towards Canyon View Park.
Pickleball. courts.
Yeah, pickleball courts. We actually have a separate, this is a whole other meeting, but I actually have another grant I'm working on to fund a brand new playground with, that fancy adding and everything, so. Yeah, so we only need red text for that hopefully, but yeah, I applied for a parking lot and a trail system to connect Canyon View Park all together, so. Make it all- with the pickleball courts, yeah, to make it all kind of like one park tied together, basically.
And remind us on the restroom situation in the family, or in the other park,
Oh, family park?
the sports complex park,
Okay, yeah.
is, are we, where are we at with that?
We're not really anywhere, just 'cause it's Snow College's bathroom. And yeah, we want a bathroom too, but they haven't really,
Okay, so they'll
Want to find
trying
a-
to wait for them to,
yeah, it's like, hey, you're moved Snow College, you know, so we'll see.
That's just there in the fourplex, is that where the ball fields?
no, it's near the,
One by the pavilion.
yeah, it's by the pavilion, by the little playground for kids with the swings.
Yeah.
But, sorry, that's a different thing. I was just thinking, do we need to look for funds, but I know St. College is.
I've got a little bit of insight on that.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't phone a friend.
So, we work with Brian from Snow College. The reason they've been kept closed is because of the extensive vandalism that keeps happening up there. They've replaced, whole bunches of toilets and sinks that have been ripped off the walls and I don't know why they didn't open them last year, but I know the year before, the reason they didn't was because of all the repairs they had to do. So they would honestly rather than not be there. So I don't know what the future holds with that. We just need to get, I guess, together with some college admin and see what the direction is on that.
It could be that we would just use the central bathrooms that are more secured and.
The ones up at the fourplex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing right now. We had talked about possibly putting one of these precast ones somewhere else. Maybe closer down to, where the soccer field and stuff is, but it's not really been in discussion. We just kind of discussed it in passing, so. I guess the next steps was, like I said, get between the city and the college and see what the end goal is for that bathroom, so.
Cause sorry, I know on occasion by the pickleball courts, by the tennis courts across the street. There has been
Porta potties, a couple porta potties.
it's like, and then that is our, or is that still?
No, that's college, yeah. Yeah. So,
Well, guys talked about outhouses and stuff.
yes. Thank you.
Just got all the former friends.
But yeah, I know Snow College wants a bathroom over there. They've talked to me about it, but I was like, well, I'm not the money guy, so. But I know they'd love to have another bathroom out there because their soccer games over there too. They used to use porta potties, but anyways, that's a whole other conversation.
So do we have to approve this?
Yes.
So do we have to have a motion? I'm looking for a motion.
Motion that we approve the rat tax. Right, that is listed here for this 2026 year.
Second.
All right, let's vote on it. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Any opposed? There's none, so apparently it is. Oh, yes, yes. Thanks. All right, board appointments, number 4. A appointment of Amanda Hanson to the Scandinavian Festival Board for the term of 3 years and Margie Anderson to a 4-year term on the Historic Preservation Board. We just vote? Or we have to have a motion?
Yeah, we do need a motion.
All right, looking for a motion.
I move that we approve the appointment of Amanda Hanson to the Scandinavian Festival Board and Margie Anderson to the Historic Preservation Board.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? There is none. Board appointments number B, city council assignments as liaisons to the city boards. Have to read all those off? Okay. I talked to all the board members except Troy because he was new and I just left him with his that we already had, so. Dennis has agreed to be the mayor pro tem. I'm gonna be on the airport board. Anthony is gonna do the library board. Councilmember Beal is gonna be on the library board. Councilmember Beal is gonna be on the youth council. I've asked Councilmember Steck to be on the historic board. As well as the Chamber of Commerce. Councilmember Nordfeld will be on, no, Jack will be on. Delaney. Councilmember Delaney will be on the, planning commission. The housing authority is really meeting, so we'll just kind of wing that. And then, if Councilmember Delaney will also be on the rat tax committee. And let's see what else is there, the rec committee, there's that part of the Councilmember Nordfeld, you're on the rec already, right? Does that include the Scandinavian?
They've been together. They don't necessarily have to be together, but they've been together.
Well, until I figure that out, we can do those two.
Yep.
Perfect. And then coming down the line, there's gonna be an audit committee, but I guess it's not really doing stuff right now, so we won't have anybody do anything for us. Anyway. Have to have a motion for that too, or is that just, that's a gavel item? Okay, that's, so that would be written, so let it be done. All right, perfect. Number 5, the city manager report.
All right. Okay, you could just let it go. Okay. Yeah. So just want to remind you about our strategic plan retreat this Friday. And you should have received an email from Randy asking you to give her your choice for lunch. So if you could get back to her tomorrow, she needs to put in an order. Also, there's some homework for you. You need to do a SWOT, SWOT, not AT, SWOT analysis for the city. And also be thinking about the vision for the city and what you want the city to look like in 50 years. Right? One other thing, the Utah Inland Port Authority is having a WIPA Day on the Hill on February 25th. It's a Wednesday, starting at 7:30. You are invited to attend. You don't have to attend, but Jenna Draper wanted me to reach out and let you know that they would be glad to have you up there and talking about the Inland Port Authority. So if you want more information on that, let me know. Also, you should have on your desk the calendar for 2026, all of the meetings that are calendared as of right now. And I think that is all. That's all I got. Thank you, Mayor.
Well. That's good. I don't know that there's anything else on our agenda.
Could ask for a motion to adjourn.
Well, I have to wait 10 more minutes so I can move it.
I don't know that we adjourn.
I know what time he picked.
We'd have to wait a long time.
All right, we have a motion.
I second.
Excellent. I agree. Let's do it. All in favor?
Yeah.
Yes. It's unanimous.
Yes. And we got you.
Same time, 2 weeks,
87 more to go.
87 more to go.
Good job, Phil.